Let's take a moment to think about today, March 21st, 2017. Around 353,000 babies will be born. On estimate, around 5,690 people will have been getting married, and my personal favorite is 17,000 pets will be adopted and get a new home. Now, those are all the positives. What about the negatives? What if I told you that 8 people are killed and 1,161 people are severely injured daily due to distracted drivers from some type of technology device, whether it be a cell phone, music player, radio, whatever they have at the time. Now, in today's society as a whole, we are all focused on technology, and we can all relate to the fact that we are blinded to what technology could be doing to our world. I have been studying both positives and negatives to technology and feel it is important to let my audience know. Today, I will be discussing how technology can be a distraction, sometimes ruins relationships, and divide generations as a whole. Technology can be a distraction in many ways. Some main ways are schools, job force, driving, and many more. Technology can be a distraction in schools to not only you, to other people around you as well. If you are on your phone, laptop, tablet, iPod, whatever you have at the time, you are paying attention to that. You are not paying attention to your professor, instructor, teacher, whoever is presenting at the time. Your sole focus is on whatever your technology is saying. And this can be critical to your grade and much more. You could be missing exam dates, exam questions, change on syllabus, and just basic knowledge on the class itself. Not only does it affect you, but it also affects the people around you. If you are on your phone, tablet, computer playing games, people around you are much more likely to pay attention to what you are doing rather than what the professor or speaker is saying in front of the classroom, which also is a distraction to them. Now, school isn't the only place that technology can be a distraction. It could also be a distraction in the job force. Most employers actually ban phones from their place of work for the reason that it is disrespectful to clients, guests, customers, and anybody who is using their service. Now, another reason that it is a distraction in the job force is because it doesn't let employees get their job done. They are usually focused on other things such as communicating to their friends, looking through Facebook, scrolling through Twitter, Snapchat, Pinterest, LinkedIn, whatever they have open, instead of getting the job done, which looks bad on the company and the managers themselves. Another way that technology could be a distraction is through driving. According to Hands-Free Info, January 1st, 2014, a law was passed in the state of Illinois stating you are not allowed to use a handheld cell phone and other communication device. Now, that law was passed in 2014, yet we are still having issues with it today. As I said earlier, 1,161 people are still severely getting injured from this exact reason. Now, not only is technology a distraction, but it also puts holds on relationships. BBC News stated that technology takes away face-to-face contact. And with that being said, that is detrimental in most relationships because it loses chemistry. And everybody knows that chemistry is one main thing to keep the relationship strong and going. Not only did BBC state that it loses face-to-face contact, but it also stated that it is way easier to have miscommunication. It is much easier over text to realize that over text, over Facebook, over anything, you can pick up the other person's tone and not understand what they are saying. It's harder to pick up the nonverbal communications and also facial expressions, tones of their voice, and everything else, which leads to many more arguments and much more relationships that don't work out. Not only does it lead to miscommunication, it also leads to trust issues. In our trust issues, yes. Because of many social media websites, BBC also stated that it makes trusting your significant other much more difficult because of the fact that you see them with all these other people through social media, through their technology, through their phone, through their texting, their Snapchat, everything else, and it makes you feel like you can't trust them. A study shows that there's a much greater statistic on successful relationships when both parties don't have any social media. Now, not only does technology put a hold on relationships, it also puts a hold on the communication through generations. The elderly have much more trouble communicating through technology because they don't really know how to use it that well, and it's mostly a millennial thing. And not only does it put a hold on communicating with the elderly, it also puts a hold on communicating through the toddlers, younger kids. Because if you're focused on your phone, computer, laptop, you're not focusing on spending quality time with other people that don't use technology to communicate. So it makes it much more difficult to communicate with them that way. Excuse me. It's clear that none of us are going to completely shut out technology, which I don't expect or want people to do, but I hope that you take it in a new light, look at it in a new way, and try to view it for what it is. Technology is obviously a great tool if it's used correctly, but it can also be used in a negative way. Remember the facts of technology and how it can sometimes be a distraction, causes problems in a relationship, and also a divide between generations. Make sure you know what's important to you and stick to it and not overuse technology. Thank you.